Because of the response that I had from my help request video, I thought it would probably be a good idea to make another one while I'm going to be sitting on my sofa twiddling my fingers for 2 weeks. Thank you so much to everyone that has commented, replied and given me advice and information, things that I wouldn't have known before. It is very much appreciated. Hence another video with similar things. Now I'm going to show you something here that you've probably never seen before, or maybe you have, let me know. But because I cannot stand up in this minibus, I have another idea for a shower, which is this small bath. It's called a sit bath. I don't know if you can see there, but there's a small seat. And the idea is that I am going to make this a seating area, but with a bath inside, that I can sit down and have a shower. And it may be a bit extravagant, but cleanliness is next to godliness apparently. And I think it fits quite well. The end of the bed that I propose to put in is going to be to about here, because that is 6'3" to there. I'm 6'2", so that's adequate for me. Let's see how long this one is. So that's where my feet will come to. So we're basically talking the end of these wheel arches is where the end of the bed will come to. And the space that I have at the front is there. If I open this door, we still have plenty of space. I hope that wasn't the bath cracking. That sounded a bit strange, didn't it? That'd be a bugger, wouldn't it? But anyway, that's it. And I have the shower head up here, or handheld, and then I have a bath. And the top will hopefully go up, come down again with a cushion on top. So we have a seating area here. I do plan on putting a seating area opposite as well, and the kitchen area in the corner behind the driver's seat and a bit to here. So that is my current plan. If anyone has any ideas or suggestions or comments about this bath, let me know. I don't know if you can see just here, the bath doesn't fit flush against the side because of this post, and I was thinking about maybe cutting out this part here so that it fits in quite flush, but I don't know if that affects the integrity of the bath. Not too sure. Let me know if you know anything about them. Is that a good idea or not a good idea? Let me know. But this bath is a Trojan sit bath, it's called, and it was 140 quid or 150 pounds, and I went and collected it myself because the place that has them was literally 2 miles away, which was quite convenient because they wanted to charge a hell of a lot for delivering it. So that's that. The other things that I have, I will show you now. So that's the cooker that I've bought. I got it on eBay for £250. I had to go and pick it up from St Anne's. It has 3 gas hobs and one 12-volt electric hob apparently. I've looked at the back of it, I cannot see where the gas goes into. But it looks okay. It has this grill bit. It doesn't look like it's been used a lot either. This has been used, I can see it has, but inside is so clean, very clean. And inside of this, oh, there's a bolt just fell off. Where's that come from? What's that? And that? Where do they come from? Let's leave them inside until I know. But I don't know if you can see it, it looks very clean. It's very nice. It also has that bottom bit there, so when it's situated and it's covered, that's the panel that goes onto the floor. So that's the cooker. I think that was a bargain at £250. And that there is the wood burner that I bought. And it really is poop. In fact, I'm going to take it outside and start this again. So there you go, and as you can see, just the same as, well, Campervan man's, it's been shoddy work. The same hinge, the same bolt, doesn't close properly. In fact, the gap on mine is probably bigger than the one he got. And the same crappy mechanism on this side. So we'll not be using that. But the things that I bought to use with it, like this spark arrestor and these flues that are in here, they cost me £17 each, and the arrestor that was £17, and the flashing that I also bought that was about 20 quid, 25 quid or something like that, all to fit this, is now quite useless unless I buy the actual Frontier stove or put it back on eBay. I'm not too sure. Bloody phone. So yeah, so I already bought this fire cement off eBay. It's nicely wrapped up, but I don't know whether it's going to be any good because I've not opened it yet. And I also bought this so that I can put the flue securely against the side of the van, and that was about £12 to £15, I can't remember now, on eBay. But it's all to fit this flue. So all the pieces that I bought, I've even bought this end cap, it's only £1 or something, or £2, but it fits nicely on the top, so when we're driving I take the thing off the top here, this spark arrestor, and I just pop this cap in while I'm driving. So everything I bought, and the only problem I had with this was that you can't get the insulated flue to fit that size, so I was starting to make my own. I bought this piece of tin, which is a bit like an old tin of bean can, but a bit thicker actually, and I was going to make my own because I've also ordered this from China. It took about a month to get here, so it's a good job I didn't need it quickly. It's like an insulated fire blanket that I can put inside this and inside this other flue thing that I've got here through the roof. And some of this silicone fireproof sealant. So everything was in place for this wood burner, which I'm no longer using. So that's a bit of a bummer, but never mind. I'm just going to carry on showing you what's inside the van. So the other thing that I have is this Skylight, which was also about £140, but it's really good. And the plan is to put this at this part of the ceiling. The bed's going to be here with a garage area underneath, so head's here, and there's already a place in a transit van minibus here for a sunroof to go into, so the place on top of that is flat already, but that is quite good. It has the blind fitted inside it, which on the other side is that reflective stuff for the sun. And then if you do it the other way, it's a fly net. I think that's really good. So that's that, and that should be going up on the top as soon as I am better again. What else is in my bag of goodies? I also bought some of these. They're only cheap things, they're about £7 each off eBay. I'm not going to actually use them in the cabin, in the camper van here, because they really are cheaply made. But for what I want them for, they'll do the job just fine. I'm not too keen on this shiny chrome stuff, and it's plastic, very cheap. But they will do what I want, which is where the bed's going to be here, I'm having some cupboard space above it here, so I want to put them just underneath the cupboard space. So the one on this side, one on that side, so that we can just have a bit of a light if we want to. And the reason I bought these ones, even though they were cheap, was because it has an on-off switch. It's the only reason I really bought them. And plus the fact that you're not really going to see them under the cupboard where they are, apart from just the side bits. And I think they will just do the job fine for that. The other lights that I bought are for the 12 volt system that's already in, not for the normal lights again. I have another idea for that. But these lights, I've already tried them, they work fine, are these things. I bought these from eBay. I got 4 for £16 I think, not too sure. But they're very slim, and I won't bang my head on them because they're, I've forgotten the word. I'll remember the word when I'm editing the video and write it. Just there. Yeah, but I've tried them with these wires that was in the ceiling before for the actual ceiling lights, and they work fine. So the plan is, because I have 4 of them, I'm going to put 2 here and 2 just a little bit further back. And these ones just operate off the main switch at the front in the cabin. So when you switch on the switch to light up the cabin, there's another switch above it to light up the back for when it was a minibus. So there'll just be spare lights really for that. The other lights that I want to get are bigger lights that'll be in the centre, probably 2 or 3 of them, which will run off my leisure batteries because I want to put solar power in. They'll be a lot bigger and won't run off the actual car battery system, they'll run off the leisure battery system. But I just thought they'd be quite handy if I'm just sat at the front and I want to light up the back for 10 minutes or 20 minutes or something, and they probably use a lot less power than these things that used to be with the old bulb. So they are just going to replace those. Another thing which I think is quite handy is these things. I was in Halfords looking at some car stereos, and when I went to the counter to buy some silly sticker that we bought, I saw these, and they just stick on lights, and I don't know if you can see that, but I paid 50p for 2 of them. So I bought 3 packets, so for £1.50 I have 6 of these. And they've got little stickers on the back. Take 2 AA batteries. So if anything ever happens with our, oh no, 3 of their nickel batteries, sorry, which are the AAA, aren't they? So if anything ever happens with our electric, we've got spares, and I can just stick these in the boot area as well, or anywhere. You can stick them anywhere if you just want to pop a light on. Thought that was a bargain. Thank you very much to everybody that has responded to my last video. It is very much appreciated, and any ideas, help or suggestions you can give me over the next couple of weeks would be fantastic. So this is probably the last video I will make inside the van for 2 weeks. But I thought it's best to make one while I still could. So there you go, that's me, over and out. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.